Going to reconvene the regular meeting of the Morris Township Committee for May 15th, 2019. I'd like to call for the colors, please.
Detail. Forward. March. Mark time. Ball. Left. Face. Present. Arms.
After we say the Pledge of Allegiance, I would like everybody to remain standing for a moment of silence, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Parade. Rest.
Thank you. I asked everybody to stand. Last month we had a moment of silence for Mayor Bob Nace, who has passed, and his memorial service is going to be next Friday, May 24th at 10 a.m., I believe, at Assumption Church. So people take note if you want to respect Bob Nace at the ceremony. But I also wanted to mention in the past 2 weeks, we unfortunately had several more incidents of gun violence reported in the news. And I'm sure there were many more incidents around the country that didn't make the news. And I believe that the gun violence is a true epidemic in our country, and federal legislators need to take action. And tonight I want us all to have a moment of silence for those that died in these incidents in the last couple of weeks. But in particular, I wanted to keep in our minds the names of two people in particular. They were victims of the gun violence, but they were also heroes for their brave acts. One is Riley Howell, age 21, and a student at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. And when a gunman burst into the classroom at Riley Howell, he and his classmates knew that they might not survive unless someone took the gunman down who had just opened fire. And Riley sacrificed himself by charging the shooter, knocking him off his feet, and allowing police officers to rush in to disarm him and take the suspect into custody. The second person is Kendrick Castillo. Kendrick, who is only 18, also died a hero. When a fellow student pulled out a gun in a class, the 18-year-old lunged at the shooter, giving the others at STEM School Hyland branch enough time to hide. Castillo's personal sacrifice saved the lives of others, and he gave the opportunity for 3 other students to pounce on the shooter and allow the police officers again to come in and secure the scene and take custody of the shooter. So please, I would like you to keep the names of Riley and Kendrick in your minds, and all the names of the gun violence victims in our thoughts as we observe a moment of silence tonight. Very good. Thank you very much. Approval of minutes. May I have a motion for the approval of minutes as circulated?
So move, sir.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. So the first thing we have on our agenda tonight is a community service award. One thing I've tried to do as mayor, and the township committee has supported the effort, is to honor residents of our community who help support the community, give back to the community, make Morris Township everything that it is. And we've had a number of honorees throughout this year so far, and tonight's honoree is Kathleen Hyland, and I'd like Kathleen to come up and accept her award. Truth be told, I actually wanted to honor Kathleen at our very first meeting of the year because Kathleen holds a special place in my heart, as she holds a special place in many people's hearts in our community for everything she's done. But when I first stepped onto this day as a township committee person back in 2007, Kathleen Hyland reached out to me and said, "I'd like to talk to you and teach you how to be a good committee man, how do you do the right thing for the community," and treated me respectfully and as one of equals of the 5 that sat up out there on the dais. And I never forget the discussion that we had over lunch one day. And you touched my heart that day, and I have respect for you ever since. So I'm very pleased tonight to honor her with the Certificate of Recognition for Community Service to Kathleen Hyland. And let me read it to you because there's a lot that she's done. Whereas Kathleen Hyland is being recognized for her selfless contribution to the citizens of Morris Township through her dedication to civic duty and for giving her time and talent without reserve. And whereas Kathleen is a lifelong resident of Morris Township and has selflessly served this community throughout the years, and whereas Kathleen was mayor and member of Township Committee, chair of Teen Pride, former member of Board of Directors of First Night Morris, chairwoman of the Garden State Irish Festival, a member of the Morris County School of Technology Board of Education, serving as president from 1994 to 1996, was Grand Marshal for the Morris County St. Patrick's Day Parade in 1998, served for many years as coach of the girls softball team, known as the Ginty Irish Gifts, or the Morris Township Recreation Program, member of the Development Advisory Board for the Sisters of Charity at St. Elizabeth's, member of the Board of Directors for ARC of Morris County, an active member of the Church of Assumption, serving on the Board of Trustees, and as a member of the Morris Township Economic Development Advisory Committee. And I have a feeling we probably missed a couple, because you've done so much. But whereas Kathleen is a tireless volunteer and has committed herself to others with her talents, insights, and caring, not only to the residents of Morris Township, but to surrounding communities in the county of Morris, Kathleen exemplifies goodness and caring and has demonstrated her dedication for decades with her untiring effort in helping others. And whereas Kathleen has reached and touched the lives of so many through her kindness and caring, and her numerous contributions are to be commended by all in our community. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Township Committee hereby extend congratulations to Kathleen G. Hyland for Community Service Award, May 2019.
Thanks so much, everybody. First, I want to thank Mayor Gazelle and the Township Committee for honoring me tonight. I have almost my whole family here, but my son John and his wife Kristen, my daughter Maureen and her husband Tim, and then my Colleen, Maureen, John. And then my 9 grandchildren, I think there's 7 here. Oh no, there's 8. And I got the prize winner is my great-granddaughter, Monica, over there. She's 16 months old. But I look back over what I did and what I've done and hopefully what I plan to do. And I have to say that everything I did, I probably got more out of it than anybody. So it's hard to be here taking this on because it was my pleasure. And I can honestly say that I really, really enjoyed it. And Jeff mentioned the fact that we went out to, I think we went to the Morristown Deli. And of course, he being a Democrat and me being a Republican, so I figured, well, I'm going to go out. So we went to the Morristown Deli and I told him it's not about us. It's not about R&D. It's about all of you out there and everybody in Morris Township and all the surrounding community. So I think that's important for all of us to keep in mind. And I hope that I see a lot of the young police officers here. My buddy Jason, he was involved in the DARE program, I think, when I first started really getting involved in starting Teen Pride. And that's probably been the most rewarding thing that I've done as far as my time and efforts go. Maybe most of you don't know, but it's a teen program. We started, it was called Hands Across Morris, and when we realized the issues that we had to face with our own community and the school, that's not real serious, but we wanted to really do it. We decided to name it Teen Pride rather than try to go straighten the whole county out. But it's a very, very successful program. We're in Morristown High, we're in Freeland Heights in 24-hour counseling service. And it's not really kids that are in trouble, it's just that kids have issues that they want to talk to somebody that understands and can sympathize with them. So again, I thank you, and I'm honored to be here the same night my friend Jason is being promoted too. So thanks again. I appreciate it.
If I could say a word as a person who's known Ms. Hyland since 1969 or 70, our history goes back. I was friends and was very, very much under the influence of Pat Hyland, her husband, who I'm sure where he is in heaven right now is looking down and saying, nice going, Kath. John Hyland was either on my baseball team or was on a baseball team. We were little leaguers that just a couple of years ago, I guess, he stopped when he was 12, and he's at least, what, 30 now or so, John? I decided in 1975 to run for township committee because we were protesting Route 24 coming through the middle of our town. And it was a very, very hard decision. And who do you think I called to sit down with me for several hours, several days, and speak about the whole thing? And I never had more support from a person in my life who wasn't my immediate family. So there's nothing I can say or think about Kathleen Hyland that's not of the highest caliber and the highest excellence of almost any person I've ever met. Kathleen, God bless you. We love you.
So as I've said before, the Morris Township employees can do so much to make our community the place that it is, but it really is the volunteers that give up their time and do the great things for a community that make this such a wonderful place to live. And I really want to thank all the volunteers. And if anybody knows somebody or feels somebody should be honored in the community, please get in touch with me, let me know, give me some names, because we plan on continuing to do this. So thank you to all the volunteers. The young people in the audience should take note of everything that Mrs. Hyland has done and follow in her footsteps and get involved in something that you can volunteer at too. So thank you, Kathleen. One quick thing before we get to the promotion is that I wanted to make a proclamation that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I opened with some remarks about gun violence, and I don't want to get into debate about the various aspects of gun violence, but I think we can all agree that mental health is one of the issues that are involved there, because something's got to be going on if you're willing to do what these people are doing. So I think we all need to be more aware of the mental health issues in the community, put more resources behind it. If people need help, call out. Call out when you think somebody's in need. And let's be more aware of the mental health issues in our community that contribute to lots of things, not just gun violence, to homelessness and a lot of other elements. But I just wanted to make that proclamation today. And with that, I am going to turn it over to Chief DiCarlo.